All right, welcome in everybody to the Wednesday edition of Daily Bread, coming at you live right at 12:20 on the East Coast, so that perfect lunch break because we got action throughout the day that starts just within an hour. And on the West Coast, you're in the office, you got set up throwing those pods. You got 20 minutes, 25 minutes. We'll be talking about the Europa League finals. We'll be talking about the full MLB slate and then the Warriors versus the Mavs, powered by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be checking them out if you need that NHL action, PGA this weekend as well. You already know that's where that stuff is covered. MLS action, we'll probably stay away from it on today's show, unfortunately, for all of you, just because it's the midweek action, double game week. I need to see them line up, so maybe I'll tweet it out, or you also know where to get those plays. We're live on Twitter at Daily Bread Media. Give us that like, retweet, and follow if you already aren't. And then on YouTube, like and subscribe. It's the number one spot to be. We can feature your comments. Joseph, if you want to place that bet right now, that's a nice price. That's exactly what Wham told you to do if you joined our round table. But Sosa, you're glowing today. That means one thing and one thing only.
The sun is shining on me. It's a wonderful day, man. It's a wonderful day. Wonderful day to make some money, really. What can I say? Last night,
we missed Brubacher Day. We're sorry. We hope we've taught you enough that you did the first half team total for the Cubs and the full game team total for the Cubs because it was no sweat. I hope you were all smart enough to do that on your own.
That you're smart enough to know.
One game so far, it hasn't hit in all of his starts. One. Doesn't mean he always gets it over, but in one of his starts, it hasn't hit there.
Yeah, it's
it sucks to whoever's headed to the Magicians. Joseph said that correctly, and big game shed to the Sacramento as well.
And if you were tuning in during the first couple games of the year, I said Orlando would tank, and they're tanking for one guy only, Chet Holmgren. They will take Chet Holmgren. It's really not even a question. If, obviously, I think the odd man out will be Mo Bamba. They just extended Wendell Carter, but I think the upsides too, you got to roll the dice on Frankenstein.
Yeah. And Bobby Marks already knows that because Bobby Marks already tweeted out what the key date for the Mo Bamba deal is, or the date where they have to extend them, so they won't be doing that.
The rules are the rules, man. You got to roll the dice on Frankenstein, something that you've never seen before that could possibly be, something insane. So you just gotta do it. You have to take him first. What else?
Heat.
Oh, there was a basketball game last night. Jimmy Butler, free throw shooting competition, went perfect for the line, scored like 40 points. Hell of a game by Miami, but obviously we had people on here that basically told you how this is going to go. They lost game one. You get a price on the Celtics if you still do like them. I think I do. I think everyone who knows ball does. No Marcus Smart, no Al Horford. That third quarter was absolutely insane, though. I can't lie to you.
And that's where I took the Heat on the round table. I was the only one, and that was the only reason why. Spo was Spo there. And Ime's going to learn in the series. But I still think if Spo can do those adjustments, and especially if he can do them even later in live in the fourth quarter, I don't know. I still think I'd be I'm still rocking with Miami. I can't go off my guess right here. So I guess I don't know ball according to you.
I can't say anything crazy in regards to last night. Like I said, Spo put on a masterclass in the third quarter. PJ Tucker showed us that he's a legit ball player in the playoffs, man. He just irritates the fuck out of a player. They missed him. They really missed him at the end of the first half. That's when Boston was able to kind of like take a lead and extend it. But as soon as PJ Tucker came back in the game, I mean, he made it hell for them. On the defensive end, and he just, he played a great game. 37 years old, oldest player in the NBA, or 38, I believe, oldest player in the entire league. You got to just tip your hat to him. Even though I'm on record calling him the biggest hack in the history of basketball, but what he did last night, being effective to go along with Jimmy Butler, also, that Tyler Hero guy, He played well as well. So you got to tip your hat. Spoelstra had a great game plan for the third quarter, and the third quarter was, the turning point for that matchup. So that we look to see what goes on as the series progresses. Obviously, short turnaround for the Boston Celtics. Heat were off for 5 days. Veteran team. We kind of seen how this was coming, or going to happen. So. Yeah. Other than that, you have any takeaways from last night from baseball? Because I didn't really fuck with baseball.
Nah, it was Brubacher Day, man. I keep it simple with MLB.
Fair enough. Yes,
Phillies suck. I don't know why they're home favorites with that Flynn on the mound, but I guess Clevenger wasn't much better, but he threw a shutout. So great.
I know you got some soccer for us, so let's get into
Yes, sir.
Let's get into
everyone who just tapped in with us, we're going to go with the Europa to the MLB to the Warriors and Mavs. Like, retweet, subscribe wherever you're watching us. We appreciate it. So let's go to the Europa finals between Frankfurt and Rangers. So this caught my eye, and I wanted to just jump on the over 2.5 right away. But for some reason, this has been steaming down, and now it's sitting at plus money, which is telling me something here. And an over game, I mean, both of these teams would thrive to it. I think Frankfurt would thrive more since their defense is weaker. And this is telling me that Rangers is going to come out and probably lift the trophy. So if you want to get them to win, you can do that. I'm just going to play the pick or the draw no bet for Rangers at plus 110.
Yes, sir.
Just reading the odds where the under suggests this is a Rangers match. As simple, quick as that. So let's get to the MLB.
Yes, sir. And we're going to keep it rather simple today as well. We're going to start off in the Detroit Tigers Tampa Bay Rays game. I'm back to something from last year that I did quite a bit. The thing is, I'm having trouble finding the no runs first inning. Do you have a line on no runs first inning in this one? Because I like the over, but I like no runs first inning as well.
Let me see.
I like the over 6.5, but I don't like any runs in the first inning.
One of your favorite spots to do that makes people head hurt.
Yeah, it hits. So,
what else you got? Why I try to find a line?
The next one is one that we've rolled with quite a few times. That's the Los Angeles Dodgers team total over 5. We ran through their bullpen yesterday. They're going to be behind the 8 ball. Zach Davies apparently is a piece of shit who left his wife out of the blue without telling anyone. I expect us to make amends for her today and to tattoo Zach Davies.
Rays Murphy minus 135.
135. Like, take it at the 135 price. And I also like the over 6.5 at minus 122 with Erod and Rasmussen. I think Erod will end up getting smacked around by Tampa Bay today. Just my thoughts. I have no faith in this Detroit Tigers team. They completely fooled us before the season started. We all thought that they were a year ahead last year. It seems like they're right on schedule. Ass.
And the biggest thing is for the Red Sox is if they're going to be buyers or sellers at this point as well.
Yeah. And if you watch
Pivetta on the mound here,
did you watch?
I was about to say it's leading into. I think it's after what we saw last night with Houston. I think it's an easy fade of the Red Sox play.
Jesus Christ, bro! 5 home runs in an inning. Like, you'd think after like the third one that Cora would have showed him some fucking mercy.
Yeah, 4.5 for the Stros is listed at minus 130. Paying a little bit of juice for it. Suck it up. I mean, it's Pivetta. I'm going to pull up what the first 5 is because I haven't done it yet this season, but I think it's a good time because if we're fading Pivetta, I think we have another fade spot as well for a team he used to play for.
Oh, I like that, actually.
So we got Houston. Where's their first 5? Over 2.5 even. Love it.
I also like the Nerfy in this one. 6:10 start, that hour early. No runs first inning. Houston, Boston, minus 115.
All right. It's Wheeler Day. I was alluding to it. And Snell is coming off the IL. Plus 130 on the Dads. What's your thoughts?
We're gonna go with we're gonna go with the first home run player of the year. Well, the second, because Soto was the only one we actually ran with that hit that day. We're gonna go with the home run play today in this one, and that's Manny Machado to hit a home run at plus 440.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, bro, like I have no faith in the Phillies starting rotation or their bullpen. They just found out that, your boy got a torn UCL. He's going to be DH in the entire, well, he's probably going to be DH in the rest of the year.
Yep. It's Wheeler Day, man. You don't have to rely on the
I hear you.
This is the one day, and that's where with Snell coming first start of the season, I don't know how many innings they'll give him.
This is true. Or they might have they were good enough to buy him time to get back at 100%. So it's just two ways to really look at it. I don't think they bring him back unless he's right. We were able to fade him a bunch of times last year. He had a horrible season.
That's very true. The Phillies are relying on the long ball, but this is the fifth straight game where the Dads will be underdogs. They cashed 3 of the past 4.
If you're looking for some something to add to a parlay, Gene Segura is on a 13-game hit streak, and he scored 12 runs in that stretch. Had 20 hits, so he's also had 6 multi-hit games.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking for someone who's just been raking and you're looking to add some stuff to a parlay, him to get a hit, maybe his total bases, but he's been on fire.
Sosa, how you like the nerfy between Fried and Burns? It's the big guy, so that's usually not one that you target.
The price is probably like minus 160. I would think that early start, both teams. It's an early start, I believe. I believe that the pitchers probably come out and look good, but Burns has been, he hasn't looked as impressive. He's had a couple of good ones, and he hasn't looked as great. He also has some guys in this Atlanta lineup who has had very much success against him. So.
Yep, and then only 2 more MLB questions for you. I'm still just sticking with my one play. I'm not fading the Phils. Yeah, it's rough to watch, but they look good in LA. Pablo Lopez Day. We doing it?
I love them. I love that. I love them against.
But it's minus 200, man. They finally caught on, and the Nats are just in full tank mode. Where Soto, do you think they trade him this year? He ain't signing with them, it seems. He's got 2.5 years left. Probably be the biggest trade ever of a youngest player in MLB.
I can't see Washington ever giving up on keeping Juan Soto. I think if they offer him $1 bajillion, bro. There's no way you let him walk. You let Harper get out and he's supposed to be the face of the franchise for a decade. You can't let Soto out of the building. You can't let that happen.
But absolutely. In 2.5, can he just walk though? And the ownerships are changing over. So that's the other big thing to be watching is the ownership switching over there as well. So that's kind of where this trade deadline, I wouldn't be shocked, and it's good. It would be huge.
Yeah, that would break the fucking internet.
I think the last one.
Hold on. I think that and I really, this is something I was thinking about, bro. It's so tough for Soto right now because you can just pitch around him because
Nelson Cruz is trying to protect you.
There's no help in the lineup. So there are teams just giving him the Bonds treatment. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like what we saw years ago, where it was just like, well, we'd rather just put you on base than even give you an opportunity to beat us, which is fucked up. You know what I mean? Like it's and he's starting to get frustrated. He starts swinging in a bunch of shit out of the zone. His numbers are starting to dip, and it's because he has no help. The only guy we've ever seen just perform no matter who he had in the lineup with him in the last 10 years is Mike Trout. It didn't matter who the fuck was around. He's just amazing. It doesn't matter who's playing.
Thankfully, he has a real team around him today.
Yes.
And that was the last one. Shohei start ultra juiced. He did get shelled though. This was opening day or his second start. I believe he faced the Rangers to start off the season and gave up 6 runs on the road today. Can't back Shohei with that juice. But you could probably take the run line, though, if you really want to back the Halos.
I know that the last time these two pitchers faced off, I picked the Nerfy, and Mike Trout hit a 480-foot home run in the first inning. I won't forget that.
Yerfy in the Yankees
That's
game
quick.
calling my name.
He said
But
so a future Met. Cohen's a psycho, so I wouldn't be surprised. Very difficult. It'd be very difficult for them to. They'd never trade him in the division, so he'd have to literally just walk and take the big deal elsewhere.
all right, let's get to the NBA. We appreciate all of you who are tapping in with us. Give us that like, subscribe, retweet wherever you are. We appreciate it. Keep dropping your best bets. Keep dropping who you think's gonna win. Sosa. I'm kind of getting tired of talking about Luka at this point now.
You. No, I'm just playing. Hey man, when you play amazing basketball and you just dominate a team that won 64 games, like you're gonna get a lot of airtime. That's some amazing shit. With that being
It
said,
just feels like people are pushing it too hard now for no reason, just because they finally realized it. That was more of the reason where. But in the game, we got the spread sitting at 5 to 5.5, depending on your book. A total of 214. They're barely thinking the Mavs are going to break 100 here, so they're expecting the Warriors to finally, I guess, flip the switch. Vegas is. Then in the first quarter, you can get the Warriors at -1.5. First half is -3. Do you like anything from a spread or total perspective before we get into the props?
when the line was at 5, I would have took Golden State. It's now at 5.5. 5.5 is purgatory land. I'm not fucking touching 5.5. If it were 5, I'd touch 5.
I think the Mavs have a chance.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're here now. They got this far. They definitely have a chance still. Yes, absolutely.
They just can't drop the home game. That's about it. And they've really shown that other than the Suns game and one game in Utah, them winning on the road, it's tough because they're only getting one piece to show up at home regardless other than Luka. So that's kind of where this is going to be the tone setter game, because if they let the Mavs hang around here, I think that just gives them, because I don't think there's a chance in hell the Mavs win tonight, in my opinion. After the way they won 7, they could come out slow or they could come out hot, but then I think the legs get them here with the Warriors with a little bit of the extra rest. I'm going to lay the 5.5. I'm not scared to do it here tonight because this is the put up or shut up game. I think the Warriors match up, and we said this on the roundtable. Make sure you jump back and watch that if you want to hear what Crispy Captain, Finesse, and
Wham,
what they were dropping. But this is where I think the Warriors have match up better for the Mavs because they can cover everyone else's kind of except for Luka. So that's where I don't think we'll see these bench pieces go off. I think the Dubs win by more than 10 tonight, so I'm taking the 5.5 -110.
Yes, sir. I do like a couple of props in this one. One, I love the team total for the Golden State Warriors over 110.5 at -110. I got to roll with it, man. I think that they come out with ultra focus. They know the task at hand. They know that they turn the ball. They've turned the ball over like hotcakes all season, but particularly against that Memphis team, you can't do that against this Dallas team because they'll make it super drawn out and boring and keep it close. And then that, number 77 can go fucking crazy. I'm also picking Clay to have a good game tonight. I like his over 3.5 3-pointers, which are -108, I believe was the number I saw that earlier. -106 now. Klay Thompson over 3.5 threes. I love the number. He's putting up 11, 12 in the game. And yeah, I think that, they try to make an assertive effort to guard Curry or crowd Curry. I wouldn't be surprised also if Poole went off, especially with him coming off the bench and then them going to that death lineup in the third quarter.
Well, yep.
But
I say the biggest piece. Curry's
also,
back.
I haven't found out anything on the status of Andre Iguodala. I know people think that means nothing, but he's an elite defender. And he's a good defender. I wouldn't say elite anymore, but he's another competent body to throw at Luka Doncic. Now, when I'm not saying he's the Luka stopper, because that would make me sound like a dickhead. What I'm saying is it's about making Luka see multiple different defenders and making him work throughout the game.
And when Kuminga and Wiggins inevitably pick up 2 quick ones probably as well.
Also, I believe Otto Porter is probably out as well. So that Otto Porter's availability definitely hurts them from a defensive versatility standpoint.
And I also hope the Warriors just beat the brakes off them because I already know I'm betting the Mavs game 2 after the Warriors win tonight. It's already set in stone because it's when the Mavs will show up and when they bounce back, always after L's. They start feeling themselves too much after wins.
For bro, it's fucking nuts seeing this dude's number at 33.5. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Bet the opposite with Charles picks. Never a bad strategy.
33.5. But yeah, I just it's going to be interesting to see. If Iguodala does play, I think that does help. I think it changes a little bit and helps them even better defensively, or just matchup wise across the board. Also, you could throw him at like a Jalen Brunson as well. Jalen Brunson, if you ask me, has been the second most valuable player to the Dallas Mavericks in the playoffs. He has been lights out. He played great when Luka couldn't play. He kept the team afloat when Luka couldn't play. I think that's the kid too. Like if he performs well, this series could end up going 6-7 games. But the ancillary guys got to come along with Luka. I want to see Jalen Brunson try to post up Klay Thompson. I want to see how that'll work out in this round. You know what I mean? It's just interesting to see the matchups. Obviously, I still do believe that Golden State's the better team. They have championship experience, championship pedigree. I think they eventually figure out, how to put this team away in 5 or 6 games. But we shall see.
Yes, sir. And I'm still sticking with my Mavs in 6 prediction from the round table. So you sticking behind yours, which was what, Warriors in 6 or Warriors in 5?
5 or 6.
5 or 6.
Yeah, one or the other.
All right, we got another big thing to talk about, Sosa, just because I tried to get our man Sam Murphy on. Things couldn't work out. Definitely be following him to check out his golf plays. Tigers in action tomorrow. Oklahoma. Course is wide as hell. Let's hear it, Sosa. Give us your golf prediction. Who's winning it? I know you didn't cap it at all.
Who's winning? I'll tell you. I'll name 5 names. One of them's going to win it. At least one will win. At least one will, yeah. And multiple will go top 5. Let me see this shit.
Does Tiger make the cut?
Is water wet?
It's minus 190. Vegas is definitely thinking him too.
All right. We're gonna go. These are the guys I'm rolling with for potentially winning the tournament.
Whose plays are you stealing?
Mind your business. We're going to go Brooks Koepka at plus 4,800, who also is sponsored by Michelob. I didn't know
fucking
that.
$19 for a beer there. The best beer is the cheapest one, which is the Kona Big Wave. Don't sleep on Kona Big Wave.
I didn't know that. I'm not a Michelob guy, but
no, that's where I saw they showed the prices. They Masters one, and the Masters dirt cheap. The cheapest beer is $16.
Also, the other 2 guys are Cameron Smith and DJ.
You're betting on a dude with a rat tail and a mullet?
I'm not going to let you disrespect DJ.
No, Cameron Smith. I like DJ.
I'm tripping. Yeah, DJ would never do that. He does lots of
Cameron Smith. No, DJ's living the life.
Oh, always. He's a fucking legend.
But fucking you're betting on a rat tail, dude? Oh, come on.
Yes.
This is what happens when Sosa and Rex talk golf without the experts.
Yeah, where the fuck are the experts at, man? Shout out the bullpen. Where the fuck is he?
I didn't think you tried to list 5 names, actually. I was just going to end up the show after it, but I think you still got 2 more left.
Oh, John Rahm's the big favorite at plus 1,200 to win the whole shit. And Colin Morikawa, who's won the Masters twice. I'm going to rock with them 2. That's 5?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not seeing the to make the cut ones. Make or miss the cut. Where's Tiger Woods at?
Minus 190. Way too juiced.
Oh, man. Yeah. No. Well, he's at minus 140 on FanDuel right now, actually.
Ooh, is he?
Yeah. It's not bad.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was
Also,
that
the story about the Shambro. Shambro's got like a broken wrist or some shit, but he's trying to play. I think he officially is out now though, but he was trying to play still.
I don't really like him too much. He's a tool.
Oh, he's a fucking weirdo. Definitely a golfer. How about the
Definitely doesn't hang out with a lot of people outside of golf,
no.
other than his weird people that like videotape him
How
working
about
out.
Mickelson, defending champ, just not showing up? I'll chill out.
Who, Phil? Yeah.
You know,
Poor
what a
Phil, man, because he would
man.
have killed it this year.
Fuck that.
Hovland. That would be the only name I would like. For some
Found
reason,
40 M's at the casino. Did you see that?
living the life.
Yeah, he's like almost a billionaire anyways. Doesn't matter.
You're gonna buy his book?
Probably. He wears a fucking visor. I mean, dudes who wear visors have great stories.
I bought the Dirt book 2 days ago.
That's interesting. I'm probably not going to buy that one.
Why? Dirk was awesome.
He was, yeah, he was. He was. You checked? Yeah. Did you check out the Magic Johnson documentary? The other one?
The Showtime one?
No, the Apple Music one.
No, I don't. No, not yet.
Oh, it's fucking terrible. Don't even check it out. Just believe winning time. Like, just that's what I'm gonna do. Like, I just believe the shit I see on HBO. Fuck that real shit. Like, he's a fuck Magic Johnson.
I forget who tweeted it today, but someone pulled up the Jerry West when he showed up for the Grizzlies when he doesn't get LeBron on the thing and how pissed he looks. And all the replies was just him throwing the trophy in the locker room. That's Daily Bread for today. We started it off with Europa. We went to the MLB. Then we wrapped it up with the NBA and just some random shit talk.
Peace.
We out till tomorrow.